Greetings! Thank you all for joining us this evening as Crit Eating Grin once again presents to you a D&D 5e real play of Curse of Strahd. Campaign setting from Wizards of the Coast. At the old table are the wounded, wandering, unalived, realived, sort of alive travelers who will attempt to throw their math rocks in a futile attempt to save themselves in Barovia. I'm Grin Master Eric, and I will get to be your guide through what's left of the shadowy, mist-filled lands of Barovia. So we pick up with the party in front of, or kind of approaching this kind of rickety old-looking, it looks like a wizard's tower, resting on a lake. Ironically enough, there was a card that you received that had, hey, look for a wizard on a lake thing. So you get a feeling like this could be important. There's a very colorful wagon that is parked out front of this tower.
Ez is now behind us because she lit, or would she have bought a, I don't know.
She's behind everybody. She told everybody not to touch the wagon.
Yes, correct.
But she's behind, making sure that nothing is following them.
Okay.
So what is the riding order as you approach this?
I feel like,
Probably correct.
yeah, Rose was in front. Casimir and Niley will be second. Filova and Nymora will be third. Avram was with Rhodes, so my bad. And then Esmeralda in the rear.
Okay, so brief description from ye old book of Strahd here. You've come to a very cold mountain lake, as you can now see, enclosed by misty wooded areas. There's quite a bit of fog that's hanging around. There are some rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark still waters. The trail that you've been following ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy land with a stone tower on it. The tower is very old, it's decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds that are clinging to one side. If you were facing the tower, it would be to the left side. Let's see.
Is the wagon by the tower, or is the wagon on the other side?
It is in front. It is in front of the tower.
As they approach, should I hold for a second? Be quiet. And she will listen to see if she hears anything, if she takes anything in. And assuming that nothing is moving forward, she'll go, I'll go first. In case Rudolph was here, he might have set some traps on the causeway. Hold on. And she will begin to make her way around the causeway, looking out for things that Rudolph would have done to get them up.
Give me a perception check.
At advantage?
Sure. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. She knows that.
Plus 6, 24.
Yep. You are not going to notice any type of trap, but with the perception, you will notice that there are definitely fresher boot prints, probably, or very similar to Rudolph's.
Okay.
As you get 3/4 away across the causeway, those boot prints just stop.
You'll probably see Esmeralda get to that point on the causeway and stop her horse.
Okay, well, she does all that. You guys are watching from a distance. What does the rest of the party wish to do?
Look out for the dragon.
Catch my breath after being on flight for this last hour. Kind of look at everyone and be
I
like,
got a 16 for perception.
what the fucking fuck?
Rhodes is just waiting for a dragon to come to her.
I guess not just specifically a dragon, anything.
16 will be enough to hear in the distance the cry of a dragon, a familiar dragon.
Like
It's far away.
pain? Or just like
No,
roar? Got it.
So I get anything additional in the 27.
It is probably about a half to 3/4 miles away.
Let's get this moving
But
faster.
it appears to be it's getting a little closer.
Let's wrap it up, baby!
Wrap it up. Let's go in.
Is everything alright over there?
Take my chances with the trap.
Shaky voice.
She'll step through. if there's anything, if it's like a magic.
Nope.
You gotta stick your hand.
Nope.
The boots vanished.
Yeah, just. Yep.
Sick. Did he get
Has
picked
she
up by
seen
the
him do
dragon?
any sort of trick like this before?
And she would be a little weary.
She'll slide off the horse and go. Perhaps we leave the horses on the other side of the causeway, just in case we must make a hasty escape. And she'll kind of just nudge the horse back towards them, and
Sure.
she'll start making her way towards the
I
tower.
guess we'll find a place to tie them off at,
Sure.
where the mist could eat them at its leisure.
And
Yeah.
also make it rather clear that we'll be inside the tower.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing they don't fit inside the tower.
I mean, both Avram and Casimir could stay with the horses if you would feel better about that. They would volunteer to do that, to guard them.
Sure.
He knows Fireball. He's pretty useful.
Okay, then he will gather the horses, he will find a place to tether it, he will protect, and then Avram can heal.
I will send a big whistle if we need your immediate assistance.
Does that whistle sound like?
Like a coach whistle, like I can't do it for real, but yeah.
Noises.
Yeah.
All I was looking for.
It's just, if they don't know, hide. Like, try not to be seen.
Yeah, they'll do that.
They just disappear like Jason Bourne, huh?
To blend into the mist.
Basic.
Homer Simpson into the bushes.
Yeah.
Teach me that later.
While they're doing that and handling all that, Bess is gonna start making her way to her wagon,
Okay.
keeping an eye out for anything that she.
You would see that under layers of mud, your wagon seems to sport a freshish coat of purple paint. Its wheels are, as you left them, a very fancy gold trimmed. There is a brass lantern that hangs from each corner. There are red drapes that cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door.
There's a fresh coat of paint on the wagon.
It's been freshly painted.
What color is it?
Purplish. Sure.
And she's going to basically disarm the wagon, whatever that looks like.
Sure. You, being her currently, would know that there are two things about this. There are magical horses that can be summoned. You know that the command word are Drovish or Drubash. And to summon
Are they Pegasus horses, I hope, for the love
a...
of
You can
Named
dismiss...
Minstrels. Nope.
You can dismiss the
Minstrels.
horse with
Like on
Arvish.
Arvish to dismiss.
Harvish.
You also
That's like
know
a
that the way you typically enter and exit this wagon is via a trapdoor on the bottom of the wagon.
You guys will see her tucked under the wagon.
Correct? And then you will be able to easily disarm everything from the inside of the wagon.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Yep.
It's still raining.
No, the rain had stopped. Just abruptly stopped. Probably, and you're just noticing it now because chaos.
Yeah.
But I would go back to say right about the time
The dragon kicked my
Killed
teeth.
Ben.
that you would have heard the kind of second dragon's fire, you're assuming? Or that
Then
it just
dead.
would have stopped instantly.
Stop the rain. To
Not
Ben.
good.
We need to get inside of something.
After a second, you'll see one of those tombstone windows kind of pop out, and Esmeralda's black curly hair kind of poking out. Well, get the fuck in here. Let's go.
We get the fuck in there, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, come on, I'm more than I like dive into the mud under the carriage to get
The
in.
back door's open.
Okay.
Like army
That
crawl?
was- something happens to Esmeralda. You guys know how to get into.
Okay. Did I crawl back from out from under the carriage?
It's covered in invisible horse shit.
Yeah, exactly. Invisible horseshit.
Oh my god.
Spectral horseshit.
What's the command word to make it?
It is good.
covered in horseshit.
You will be slightly cramped in here with everybody going in, but there is enough space to accommodate you.
I'm sure.
It is dry, and you all notice there are lots of bottles or flasks of alchemist fire hanging from the ceiling.
Seems safe.
Oh, it is very safe.
No
Unless you
food
break it.
snacks.
Are you safe, Luigi?
I don't think we're quite ready to move yet.
Where's Ben?
He was facing off a Strahd.
That escalated quickly.
What? He was there?
We were attempting to escape Asher. The dragon was in pursuit. There were a few tricks that we did to get away. Unfortunately, we came across a clearing and could not escape. A big wall of fire erupted through the clearing, trapping Ben, scaring his horse. I was being attacked on the other side by stings in the mist. I began to swing my way back and work on a curse to make it easier to hit Asher. And Strahd appeared.
And then took him away.
Well, Asher dismounted the flying beast. Began to walk towards Ben as if to murder him. I was preparing the spell. He did not quite get in range. The Dark Lord sent him away. Now, as far as I know, I was not noticed by anybody. But Ben looked strange.
Like,
Or than normal, I
Like-
guess.
Well, some of his
go like that. We're like,
lichens that sprout from his head, he started to glow more fey-like than we had seen before.
As Marilda has.
It's none of my business.
He looked almost
Quite a glowing personality.
feral at the moment. I can only assume that he was sending you messages. Did you not get anything?
a few, not enough. I unfortunately got my shit rocked by dragon fire.
The
Also,
fire is particularly dangerous. But
Thank
how
you.
do you all stand if...
Armor melting off.
Singed eyebrows.
Ben.
We don't know that though. I don't think, like above table, I don't think we know shit.
I think Rhodes has a pretty good idea of it, based on our conversation at the
Would we
front of
have
the town.
I thought you would have like.
deal making?
Who's what? Who's Ben? What are we talking about?
Like, would Niley or Fialova or any of us now at this point have any idea that with Ben's deal making,
Yeah.
would we have assumed he
Nobody
made
knows that he made that deal
Right.
in the house.
Right.
Nope, knows about
The
that.
only person that would know currently has amnesia.
Yeah, so
That's
I
correct.
don't think we know.
Just kidding.
And knows his name.
Great.
That's
And
correct.
amnesia.
Yeah, great. So to answer that, no, I have no idea. I assume we're getting played some very terrible trick.
He got close enough to me there towards the end. I couldn't quite make out what Strahd was saying. Although he turned invisible. It's why the rain stopped. As soon as Strahd made himself vanish, we could not locate him. The only strange thing was Ben's shadow was angrier than before. It seemed to leap into Strahd's shadow itself. And it was wrestling it to the ground. It was the only way we could locate him.
Why was Strahd suddenly more concerned with Ben than Irina?
I'm not sure.
Can I make an intelligence check? She's not very smart. She's mid-smart.
I'll give you a straight intelligence.
She's mid-smart.
19 or better gets it.
No.
I have not been able
Anything
to
for you.
piece that
Just like,
together.
Ash falls out.
I did notice Ben lock up at one moment.
Look up.
Lock.
Lock up.
It looked like... It's hard to tell. I'm gonna roll for this. Okay. We could only track Strahd from the shadows on the ground. It looked for a brief moment that Ben heard something in his right ear, and he froze, as if being commanded or held still. He managed to break away. I'm not sure how. Got to the edge of the woods and told me to run.
So Strahd didn't get Ben.
Then immediately lunged after that towards the shadow and turned tail and found my way back to you.
Most of you that are casters would have been around enough to know there's a lot of magics like command or different things that could have been used that would easily explain what she is talking about.
But the
She's a spellcaster herself, but she doesn't have
Right,
that.
right. I'm just letting you know it's not
Yeah.
like completely out of the realm, like there's things out there.
Mm-hmm. So the story was riveting, but I'm still a little discombobulated. Ben is deceased or is running potentially now? Last you saw him, he was alive.
I heard sounds of combat. I can only assume that he attempted to take on the Dark Lord himself, the fool that he is.
That sounds like Ben.
But I think he thought he was protecting you all.
That's the deal.
Did you make a deal with him?
We didn't make a deal with him. He made a deal all on his own.
With who? To protect you all?
No,
We didn't know about the deal.
above table, you guys wouldn't have known about that.
Yeah, we don't know about the deal with Irina.
Yeah.
He's told us about that multiple times. I feel like he made the deal in front of us.
He made the deal in front of people inside that basement.
Yeah.
With Irene.
That
Yeah.
That particular.
That deal.
Yeah.
After everything was done, and he still dies.
We don't know that he's dead.
The
I don't
situation
think-
becomes more obvious.
As he's gonna start looking in the wagon, as they're talking,
Sure.
start looking in the wagon for signs that Rudolph had been there.
And how far?
Just like
from-
places he would have left notes or things like that.
Sure.
How far away from Velaki?
A few hours. But there is an
It's
acid
like
dragon.
Nighttime, correct?
Absolutely, I was going to tell you, is absolutely.
Well,
She's gonna start turning on like lanterns. And she would have been doing that this entire time, using prestidigitation to just
Right.
like flick lights on.
There's plenty of cozy, comfortable warmth and light in there.
so
I would have immediately found the nearest place I could disassociate out for 4 hours.
can like I feel like so
Do you leave the wagon?
No, the nearest place in the safety of the
Okay,
wagon.
okay.
We have a cubic space
Yeah,
of
wherever the-
dissociative.
Push it on the floor. Like,
Much smaller than this room.
yeah, like
Yeah.
stack of books anywhere I could lie motionless.
if Strahd has been, then hold on, I had an idea now I can't remember.
This is
There's
on-
something about returning back to Argale for help.
He had a conversation with Argale, but we have no idea what he said in that. We just know he was trying to be Ben and convince Argale that if Strahd got to Ben first, Argale wouldn't be promoted on his timetable, I think.
What about Celeste?
He would have Celeste, right? Well, she doesn't know because she doesn't have her memory.
Are you doing anything to get her? She's like just kind of staring on.
Vaguely,
lost in
like
her
I
thoughts.
think Niley knows where you're at, just associatively
just
wise.
If
like-
she like, I was gonna say, if she physically goes and like
Of magic.
takes her out
There
of it,
is all kinds of things in here.
Is there
responding,
anything
but
like greater
if you just
restoration?
kind of let her have
Anything
her thing, she wouldn't
and she
wake up
doesn't.
to
And
respond.
Niley does not know you had an epiphany.
any sort of restoration spells.
So that would. If,
Okay, so here's what happens. As you guys are having that conversation, Esmeralda is going to immediately start going around, taking in inventory and looking and searching for things. Everyone will be able to notice these things so that we can all have fun and play. There's a wooden trunk that's covered with claw marks that holds some things. She'll flip into and basically be like, nah, just some extra weapons and gear. Goes to a narrow wardrobe, in which there's 3 sets of fine clothes and 2 sets of traveler's clothes that are in there. A few little tidbits that are around. She ruffles through some discarded kits on the floor, a climber's kit, maybe a disguise kit, a healer's kit, poisoner's kits. You see that there's a lyre with golden strings, seems to be pretty valuable that's around. There is a wooden cage, a sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken in a silver ewer with 5 chicken eggs in it. Goes to a tiny wooden box that contains, or did contain, her Taraka cards, or Taroka cards. But obviously she has them on her person. She's kept them. There's some pots and pans that she's kind of looking, she's searching for something. There's some manacles that are in there. There'll be a shovel, wooden chest that has
We're all making eye contact with each
all
other.
kinds of things in there, and then there will be there'll be 2 spell scrolls that you pull out, Esmeralda.
Here they are.
One of them you know to be Mage or Image. The other is Remove Curse. There's also
that
a
it?
rolled up map of Barovia that is there to be plucked from for anybody, and a a charred page that has some writing on it.
She's gonna fold that up and pop it in her pocket. Not like hide it or anything, just like fold it up and kind of.
The charred page?
Mhm.
Done.
And she's going to say, okay, who is feeling the worst at the moment?
It depends on your definition of that. I think I'm pretty emotionally worse than better, but I think I'm feeling physically fine. Anybody needs to.
Saving this for an emergency? And I would say this is an emergency. And she'll lay out the Remove Curse scroll on the table. Just kind of like unfurl it and lay it on the sort of center table that they have.
Do we feel like that's going to be effective? Because I can also help to remove curses if we sleep.
Well, there is one way to find out. Who wants to be the guinea pig?
Probably somebody that's only died one time. I'm not trying to be shady.
Oh, no, not at all.
Like, you know, it's less cursy if you've only died once, right?
Honestly, Niley's not gonna put herself on the experiment
Or do
table.
we want to put it on Nymora because she's like cursed differently?
Well, hers seems more of an affliction of the mind.
Can we?
No?
Is that what a curse is?
Not necessarily. It could be something that is sapping your life force from you. It could be something that is destroying your soul. It could be something that gnaws away at your sanity. It could be anything.
I don't know, life in America.
What is this?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I'd like to do a combination of us rolling based on our cleric skills and also maybe consulting Casimir if it's something arcane in nature.
Sure. Do you guys want to do that?
Seems like a good plan. Shall I pop off and get the others?
Yes, please.
I will be back.
Be careful.
Please do not touch anything. This wagon will explode.
I'm just vaguely looking at Miss Meyer like, yeah, no shit.
And you'll see her
Just
take
half
like
opened.
2 or 3 like really weird like half-step jumps towards the door. Like she's missing some floorboards intentionally. And then she'll pop out and fuck off.
I hope that when you come back, we literally haven't even moved 1 inch. Just like
Playing the one game where we're
waiting to breathe.
how long can I go without this
So,
thing?
with the collective brain trust we have right here, you guys wish to do Arcana checks, a group Arcana check to try to determine if
The curse thing
the
will
curse could work.
move anything.
Curse could work.
We'll sit by Nymora as she is essentially non-arcana since she doesn't know how to use it, and I am a paladin.
Okay.
Yeah, there's really no point. I have a -1 on Arcana, so
So
I
there's
can
a
still
wizard.
roll.
Casimir is a wizard. He has some intelligence to him for sure.
Would they be able to do religion checks on this?
I feel like
It's probably more of an Arcana. Okay, fine.
curse.
Casimir?
Casimir!
So there'll be a
So you're
change.
fucking
There'll be a
fine.
change of guard. Esmeralda will take up Casimir's at the watch. Casimir will come in to assist what he can, and then when you're done with Casimir, Esmeralda will come back in.
Yep.
Okay, so he pops in. The hatch opens up.
Hi, Casimir.
Can't do man noises.
Immediately steps on the bad plank, the whole wagon explodes.
Being a bowl of potatoes.
Okay, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Rose just wakes
At
up.
advantage
That's
because
the-
they're being
that's
held.
always
Guidance.
funny scene.
Yeah, I can do that.
Guidance!
You can do that. Guidance and advantage. We can do that.
It's just gonna be like, the answer is no. So, just in case you're wondering, you roll a 40.
Well, let me find out what the answer is.
Okay.
Ask him tomorrow. You'd be deader then.
skills point to like.
What do you have? Hold on.
You roll a 1 and a 2.
Yeah. Huh?
No, I'm just kidding.
It's 3.
Not on the D4.
No, guidance is like an 8.
Is it?
I thought. But wait, maybe I'm crazy.
What?
No, D4. Sorry.
It's a D4.
I'm kidding.
That's
don't
what I
know anything
thought.
about life.
He got an 8.
Do you roll at advantage?
Do I get?
Yes.
Everybody's kind of working with him.
Not 11.
He's got a 9. A 9 total.
Casimir, why did we bring you things?
This magic looks very foreign to me. Never seen it before.
I'll roll.
Okay.
Fine.
God.
5.
Oh, sorry. 5.
And the dice tell the story.
Alright, well, I say we just eat it. Like, do you, like, how bad are you gonna miss this as?
I'm going to say, with everything you guys have determined, you're all going to work together and say, yes, this should definitely work.
100%.
You've convinced each other that this is going to work.
It can't hurt, right?
What is it going to do? It's like it's going to blow up or something?
You can use me as a guinea pig. I'm already been hybrided. I've already died once. Like, I don't have family or memories. Like, I'm not gonna be missed. Maybe Jellybean, but take care of him, Nymora. I'm ready.
Make something so brave sound so sad.
Go!
It's an art form.
One tear from Niley is like, that's painful. Anyways,
Go!
Are you going to use the scroll?
I guess Casimir would have to use. I don't know what.
Divine. It's divine.
Yeah.
I have
Like-
the ability
He's
to
a
have the
wizard.
spell.
I'm pretty sure it's like an Arcana check, and then it would be like what's the spell of remove curse?
They
Like
have, to meet,
3.
they have to meet 10 plus whatever the spell level is if they're not at the
Spellcasting.
spellcasting level.
And he's a 9th level wizard, I think, or 9th spellcaster.
So he should just be able to use this.
He's a 9th
Do you
level spellcaster.
wish for him to use it, and then who benefits the most from getting it
That's
used?
probably the benefits the most, but I'll take the...
Basically any spellcaster. So like
Yeah.
any of our clerics at the table could use it. The paladins could use it if their spell level hits that.
I don't need it. I mean, I'll take the remove curse. I'm not afraid.
I'm completely out of spells.
You don't need a spell slot to use it.
No.
You came back with your spells.
I came back with my spells?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then it doesn't matter between the two of us.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I'm sitting here waiting for oblivion,
Just use them. That's-
praying to my goddesses.
Casimir will use it on roads.
Okay. So he chooses roads.
Bippity boppity boo.
Well, I think you were saying Rhodes would cast the spell.
No, Casimir's casting it on roads.
Be healed.
He holds the spell in his hand.
Okay. So he reads the words. They kind of illuminate and lift off the page, and then the scroll turns to dust, and almost not dust, but more like sand. It takes a moment, and it's kind of one of those things where, like, did it do anything? Did it work? Hello? And then there's this kind of like emanating glow aura around him, and it will take effect and remove whatever it was that was binding him.
Let's go to bed. We're going to bed. Long rest.
I can start casting it.
Between
I can do this.
Niley just like she doesn't even mean to. She just slaps Nymora and is like, "Holy shit!"
You might have to have 2. I don't know.
Boom.
Give her the extra strength.
Double shot.
Maybe the liquid gels. This sucks.
I can cast them on the 3 of us. Or the 3 of you.
Please.
I'm a little.
Oh, this is gonna be real weird. I'm not let you play that. It's fine.
Niley,
I'm innocently begging for this.
Twice means I'm dead though.
Can you use your... that is a good point.
Yeah, I have one left. I can use it now, or you can.
Sometimes I don't feel so good.
She does.
No,
Can you use your divine sense?
I assume mine is like almost fully like necrotic at this point if I use it since
You're like on the verge, yeah. You're going there.
I flare up the divine sense. Instead of it being gold, it is now ugly and purple. No offense to the people who like purple.
What about red?
Tag.
And I will look at roads.
Racist.
Road's not giving off any sign of what he was.
He's not undead.
No.
Or celestial or fiend. Well, which he wasn't before, but...
I mean, there may be, remove curse would be like what is like a divine energy, right? It's maybe a twinge of like a celestial after, like that fades to where the magic would have been like.
Happily, you're
100%.
Okay.
We did. Those Arcana checks were perfect, you guys. We nailed that.
There is a whistle from outside the wagon in the distance.
Oh,
a whistle?
time
Yeah.
to die again.
Like, what is it?
Like a come outside whistle? Wasn't that like a signal?
Esmeralda?
Sure.
That was the one that was.
That was speaker loud.
Yay!
I will edit that out.
So,
That was
yeah, it's.
Can I? Is there like little
There are
like
little
We all
windows.
crawl out of a carriage.
window? Who? Do I see anything?
There are two figures, one of which is female and Esmeralda, the other is Avram. And then there's one figure staggering in that kind of comes through the heavy mist and fog, and it looks like it's Ben.
Yeah.
Clamor out.
I feel like at this point, I would probably drop out the hatch in the bottom to just already cross.
Theolova just sets off the fire.
Yeah. I'm safe in the mud.
Right.
And I like run up.
Yeah, I will absolutely run towards them.
Okay, by the time you get there, you're going to see that Esmeralda is hugging Ben. Avram is very cautious as he seems to be keeping his eye, maybe weapon in hand, at Ben.
Healing word if you need it.
I don't even care that she's hugging him. I want to join in on that hug.
Okay.
And probably in a tackle.
Oh, all right.
Sure.
No, I'm rather,
Sure.
7 points.
I'm rather short, please.
It's a 16.
What's your
Teen what?
To tackle.
for your AC?
Yeah, he's on the line.
D6 worth of physical damage.
Shit, he-
I don't do any damage to him.
7.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see if I
Yeah,
can
you
find him after
into the
7.
ground. You're
Mud.
all, yeah, you're all three.
This feels. Ben looks
Mean.
rocked to shit. I mean, we're talking. There are full, like, claw marks across his face. His armor has been just, like, he's gonna have to spend some time repairing it. Sundered from, like, shoulder to hip. One of the crown pieces on his head has been snapped in half. It looks like it's, like, growing back. Like, it's like the roots are kind of, like, growing very slowly, kind of twisted. There is bioluminescent lichen that is now lighting the top of the crown. And his eyes are completely silver. There are no sclera, there are no pupils, it is just silver on his eyes.
At this point.
Full extended canines out of his mouth that are kind of peeking on both sides. And he looks alien, almost. Alien in that it's just that's such a disjointed visage.
Niley's gonna like turn him every which way to see like if he's still kind of intact. Like a very rough like
Do you
look
have
over.
memory and know who we are and everything? Are you...
You know more, right?
Insight.
Niley?
I want to insight that shit.
Shit already! I guess
That's a 22 to... No, hold on. Yeah, that's a 22 to insight.
26.
You're gonna get some sick-ass face scars.
I would like to insight if he is hostile or not, and if he seems to be under the influence of Strahd.
Not very good.
25. Or 15. Sorry, 15.
Dirty 20.
He looks to be like Ben. Sounds like Ben.
His like pants are totally shredded. It's odd, like around where his coat is, like around, it almost looks like he was like running on all fours at one point. So like his clothing is all scuffed up.
Tell me you're a werewolf without saying you're a werewolf.
I'm not a werewolf.
I said without saying it.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not a werewolf. I just was absolutely fucked to shit. That is one badass motherfucker.
Which one of the dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, Escher is a little bitch. I'm talking about Strahd.
Does the dragon have a
The
name?
dragon that
Because-
killed us twice?
Yeah, the dragon is definitely rocked
Did
my
he
ship.
ever say the dragon's name? I didn't catch the dragon's name, but it does appear to be a fully adult red dragon that has been corrupted or twisted in some way.
I kind of felt that.
Guys, I'm sorry.
Is that your fault? I mean,
I can't even keep up appearances right now.
Is
We should get him inside.
I'm exhausted.
yeah, let's go and
is Strahd pursuing you
Yes.
personally?
The voice has changed.
Yes.
His voice has changed.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
I
Person,
figured.
human being.
I figured.
Rhodes has heard his voice once.
Oh, yes, he has.
And that's kind of, for you, that'd be like a red flag.
Yeah.
Is this like your normal form where you're hiding, usually not hiding this from us?
My normal form you have seen. This is, and you'll kind of look, it's almost like the claws are starting to extend from his fingers, and
That's why I said werewolf.
like things are just like slightly disjointed, almost in his movements.
Ben, you're not trying to hide your voice from us anymore.
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm at the end of my thread.
Come to the wagon, is what Esmeralda will say.
Well, we've discovered something. If you'd like, can attempt to help you.
All right. Okay, yeah. Let's try anything.
So weird.
Can I sit down? The wagon?
Esmeralda's gonna help you to the wagon.
Okay. Thanks, Ez. And he'll just very kind of gently touch her face.
Before we go in, I'm gonna pull you aside, Rhodes, and say we should probably do him last, since he might be the reason that we're all here in the first place.
Agreed. Although, if there's a negative consequence of it,
Did you join
Oh,
the
no, I'm
but
just
if we
sitting.
It's bad.
Like huddling back, like
You know what I mean? But I guess I don't know that. Just kidding.
not even breathing.
agreed.
Actually,
But it does seem that he's being
there's
pursued
no
by
breathing.
Strahd.
There's
Great danger now.
Do we breathe?
You guys do. She doesn't.
I'm sitting down on a pile of books, like with my head tilted back, like
Of course.
doing one of this. And if you guys look closely, I'm not breathing.
Correct.
Okay.
There's no rising and
So we
falling.
safely get back in the wagon.
Can we consult with Avram as well
Sure.
on remove curse?
Sure.
The order of who should go next.
Sure.
I think when Ben gets in the wagon, he's gonna start like painfully peeling off his clothes. Like he is just.
It's not that type of party event. No, I'm kidding.
Rhodes will intentionally try to have this conversation away from Ben because he's wary of the situation.
I'll be in the wagon
I'm gonna go with
if the clerics want to.
Rhodes to talk to more of a gathering of the crosses.
So you're gonna have a conversation with Avram? Do you want it to be like super private where everybody leaves the room, or are you okay with it?
We'll probably step outside the tower.
Yeah,
in the tower?
we're in the
We're in the
carrot. Yeah,
Wagon.
I'd say maybe
Okay.
private.
Do you guys wish to leave the room so they can have conversations?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Avram's there. What is it you wish to talk about, Rhodes?
Well, it appears the remove curse spell is successful in removing the aura of undead on us. Although there is a question of to what extent certain people are more undead than others at this point.
Niley, that's the second time she's been yeeted off the plane of existence by the dragon and come back, and so do you have, do we know anything about it, or, like, if we remove the curse from the biggest, baddest person at the top, does that mean that it trickles down like a vampire situation?
So,
or-
based off his knowledge and what he knows, being the cleric or a cleric, he's baffled by this. What he's going to explain is when he was brought back, he was fighting to stay dead, as if something continued to pull him back, a bind or something that kept pulling him back, and he did not want to. He was at the choice where he was content. I've made my peace, I've done my duty, I want to rest, and then he was brought He's not quite sure how the magics that Ben has. He's not seeing anything like that currently. He's not exactly sure how that would work.
So, I suppose if the magic is, if Ben is the source, when we were in the town, I met Ben at the gates, and it made no sense that he was there. It made no sense that he was alive and that he was there at that exact moment. And he dodged the question or dodged any discussion of how that happened. And the next thing I know, everyone else is alive as well.
So he was the first one back and then everybody else came back?
Seems that way.
That is correct. It seems as if there are darker magics at play, is what Avram will say.
I know that, I don't know, and my knowledge is absolutely limited, but I do know that he is signing or conscripting his soul away incrementally through the desire, or at least the facade of saving us. He made this deal with Irina that he's taking extremely seriously and extending to other people harming us. And so in doing so, potentially has created some kind of death loop for us. But I don't, like, it's just a feeling. Like, for 2 times now, our friend has died and come back. And we've seen it. It's not like it was a fever dream that I hallucinated this time. I can confirm that now I went and looked at my friend. She was dead, and now she is alive.
Agreed. I guess I'm torn because on one hand I don't want to be a part of his deal. But on the other hand, I don't want to dishonor his sacrifice.
Perhaps we should have words with him and find out what the details of the deal is.
That's the only other thing about our good pal Ben, is that he is the last person to find facts from. He's a good... the thing you can trust him to do is avoid the truth at all cost. For everything, even the most mundane. You can trust him to be dishonest with us.
Then perhaps we should find certain ways to get the truth.
There's a lot of things I could probably help with if I were able to get some rest in that regard.
It's a good time to take a rest.
I don't know that there's any rest for these weary with the dragon and Strahd on our butts. And now in about 12 hours we'll also have another group of Vistani hunting for us. Did they tell you about do you remember the deal we made with the Vistani?
He was never informed of, because I don't think you told him, even though I piloted him. No one ever
So
told
you probably just forgot because you died and came back, but
Avram is going to pay attention because he wasn't there either.
so died and came back, so I could see where your memory would forget. So Ben made a deal for giving us 24 hours head start, basically, before they started manhunting him specifically, but I don't think they're gonna pull their punches when it comes to us. I think they'll do what they need to do.
Wanting him specifically is what Avram is going to say.
And I'm not, up until the last day or so, there hasn't been any reason why he would need to narrow any of us down. He has who he wants.
I think it's time we start seriously considering what our goals are, because it seems we can't accomplish everything anymore.
Agreed is what Avram will say.
Continue to fall if we try to accomplish all of the things that we wanted to accomplish at first.
I think that's a great our motivator. The first thing that comes to my mind ultimately for a goal is to repair this land to a point of livability if we're stuck here, or return to my previous state where I wasn't so wet and cold and blue and dead. So whatever that looks like. And unfortunately that means leaving the land in the chaos it's in. then finding a way out is probably becoming quickly my top priority.
Suppose we can attempt to rescue ourselves, rescue the land, rescue Irina, rescue Celeste.
Do we know the repercussions of Irina? As far as if Strahd has his way with her and achieves his goal, do we know what the repercussions are to the land and all of us?
I don't have any idea.
Don't know enough about her, I suppose.
And the question we really need to ask Ben is why the obsession with him? As well as why hasn't Strahd completed his...
Right, if his goals are met, why are we still being
hunted?
victims, aside from the normal torment?
I feel as if a conversation should be had in the morning with Ben. I think that we should unite everyone to put the pressure on him to come clean.
Where have you, or we've been out here for a minute, have you noticed any strange goings on with the tower? Anything that popped out or looked extra spoopy, just from a distance?
He hasn't noticed anything. The only thing he will be able to report is, as you probably will now notice, that the fog seems to kind of like lighten a little bit for the first time.
Interesting, and has the...
He tells you specifically it seemed to kind of take this lightning effect when Ben returned to us, is what he says.
And then... Shoot. Oh. Have you happened to notice any additional screeching, growing closer, or giant flapping wing sounds? Or
It's
things?
been very calm and quiet for all things considered.
Okay. I'd say then we probably should gather in the tower and try and hunker down and get some sleep.
Esmeralda's carriage seems
Safer. Is
safe.
what he would say.
Not enough room for everyone.
You could, yeah, there's enough room to
Okay.
build in
As
there.
long as everyone can get in here.
Nuts to butt.
I get the sense that Ben should not leave the carriage.
Yeah.
If in some way it's shielding him from...
Did it go into another dimension? Is it like a tiny hut situation?
The carriage? No, you
Yeah.
can still see it.
Okay. I mean, like
It's a
when
magically, you can tell that there's definitely magic to it.
but we're inside an actual carriage.
Correct.
Like somebody looked in, they'd see us.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. It's not
Right.
like they'd see another. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We need some rest. And I guess yes, that's smart. If we're in the carriage and something happens, the kestrels can appear and take us away faster than getting in the tower, running down, and etc.
Should we look for Rudolph, though? Or is it safe to assume he's not here?
I feel that Rudolph is capable of handling himself in the lands if he's survived this long, and that there has to be something either he's attending to, looking into, or something. But that's just my opinion.
I have.
For some reason, I feel like I should trust you.
I can pretend. Did he have any distinct features on his uniform or something like that that would have stood out?
Ben? Rudolph?
Yes. Besides his red nose.
No. He was dressed fairly well. He's a half elf, you know that much. And he was dressed, clean and proper.
I'm kind of looking for an...
Studious looking, I guess you would say.
Did he have a book?
You know that he had a book, correct, and you presume it was a personal journal or something.
I'm gonna cast locate object and see if he is oot and a boot, like within 1,000
Oh, that's
feet.
fair. That's fair.
Or whatever the distance is. Hold please.
Yeah.
We haven't long rested, so my spells technically haven't changed yet.
Casting it will immediately ping the tower, the innards of the tower.
Okay. Well, his notebook is here. Remember, he had a notebook he was writing in. I'm sensing it in the tower. So I don't know. Aside from being missing some spell slots, I'm in pretty good shape. I don't know if it's a bad idea to go maybe look. But what do you think?
I think it would be helpful to have him
Or at least his notebook. Maybe there's notes in there. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's get in the carriage and kind of tell the crew what I think, or what the plan might be. See if there's another soul healthy enough to go with me.
Okay.
So as you begin to leave Philova, that is when Avram will stop you, kind of clasping you and say, just a moment.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Yep. I feel that Ben seems to trust you. And while I know you as well as I do, I feel like you are going to be the one that's going to be able to kind of bring this out of him. So perhaps a conversation before the long rest. We don't want to necessarily let him have a full accoutrement of spells and things at his wit. He's probably the most vulnerable now.
Yes. Agreed.
Good. Okay. And then he will return to guarding the horses. You can return to the wagon. Everyone collectively returns into the wagon.
It's a tight fit.
Ben's not wearing a shirt. As it's probably like just tending to his wounds.
Yeah, she
He's
is.
just
You
like,
guys need a minute?
we're talking like he looks like
Give
he's been
room.
run through a couple times. There's some spell scorches up his arm. There are bite marks, but they don't look like they've punctured. They kind of like, they look like, at one point it looks like he may have like latched on and been like ripped away. So there's like flesh missing from his throat.
Yeah.
Somehow worse than bite marks.
Yeah, it's actually worse than bite marks.
Yeah, it looks more like he was like consumed and less
Like an actual bite and not
Yeah.
like punctured to suck blood
Yeah.
out of. Cool.
Gross.
So,
Oh, sorry.
we still are up in the air about the curse thing. So far he hasn't,
Curse thing. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
What curse thing?
Esmeralda had a spell of curse removal, and it seemed to get rid of the undead aura on myself.
Wait, what? Why was there one around you?
The
Yes.
dragon
Yes.
got me and Rhodes and
No.
Avram this time.
No. The dragon was chasing me.
Well, the dragon hit us first, and then it went after you.
No. You're here. I saved. No.
All
No,
of us
no.
fell, except
all-
for Fielov and my mom.
And Casimir, but I don't know if you remember him at this point.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll drink water.
I was.
You did your best. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying the dragon hit us after, and then chased you.
That's what I said in my final message. Did you not get it?
No, I got 2 of them. And, well, I got 1 and then I fell and then I got the other one.
Did Escher find you?
No.
You didn't
Not-
see him.
No, we didn't see him.
And he'll look up at Esmeralda and. Did you warn them?
Yes.
She goes with me.
Yeah, Esmeralda came back to where we were and we all ran.
Before there was even any. Before there was even any strategy to be formed.
Did any of those women fall?
No. They boofed. They
They got
boofed away.
I've been told they poofed.
At least you left them hungry. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The next time they attack, we have the holy symbols.
You literally would see like teeth marks on each side of her neck.
Literally.
Yeah, no, they're not as hungry as they could be though.
How healthy your blood
A
particularly.
little snack.
A tasty morsel. That's terrible.
It's in poor taste.
That's why I took on the other voice. It's not nice. It's sexy.
I had the answer to that
Sorry.
encounter, I wasn't fast enough.
Rhodes, you are festive. This was my fault. I'm the one to blame. I took off without consulting any of you. I ran away.
Let us not blame ourselves for this. We all know that we are not causing these problems to ourselves. This is being caused by an evil entity that rules this land. Please don't bring that on yourself. Don't give yourself that level of credit. None of this would even be necessary of you to take these actions if that thing was not under our or controlling everything here for our demise. However, I think we may have found a way to at least help us undead adjacent people. But in other news, I did detect Rudy's notebook in the tower. The one that he had scribbled in and was taking vigorous notes at the bar when we found him.
You'll watch when you say that, just kind of naturally Ben will blink and his eyes will flare. Let's say they're silver now. Let's get a good color. Thick black, like oil. And he's gonna kind of look towards the tower and cast Detect Magic. Just like inherently.
Sure. That whole tower is teeming with magic.
He'll kind of flinch when he sees that. Oh, that tower is fucked.
I'm gonna look at Esmeralda and say, is he known for leaving his notebook in a boot? Is that something that he would bring at all costs?
This is a little disconcerting. Disconcerting is what she says. He typically keeps his things, but he has been known to deposit them for safekeeping here and there, in case he was doing something he was afraid that could lose things.
It would still be useful to have.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. He was writing something in code.
And so I ask Esmeralda, will you, or are you strong, brave enough to accompany me to the tower to potentially take a look? You could help navigate his mind maps.
I think her HP was... I think she's fairly healthy. I only think she took a little bit of minor scrapes and stuff.
She didn't take those. Like all of her stuff was direction based. All of her errors.
So there you go.
So
She
looks very healthy.
I do feel as if a long rest would benefit everyone.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah.
I'd like to stay back with Ben and Maimora and see if I can help them.
I can.
But I do think it would be useful to,
Tower before sleep or after sleep?
in my opinion,
Before
sleep.
Before sleep?
I will lead you to the tower. That's what she said.
Whoever is brave and warm and healthy enough, feel free.
Do you need a moment alone with them? Because I can go to that tower.
I can
They could use your strength.
Ben, absolutely not.
No,
I said
I can do this.
Rose wants to chat with you. It's fine. It's fine. I'll go with them and I can maybe push some stuff over.
Any of you pick locks?
I can kick them.
yes.
I can, as well.
Esmeralda can.
I'm good at some things.
That's your version.
She literally looks like a swashbuckler a little bit.
She probably knows how to get into the... We'll be fine.
Ideally, maybe. Knock, knock, knock. What's up?
So
Just look for him if you can.
Yeah, that's my thought. We
Call
can
out
knock.
to him.
Yeah.
So we're gonna... Esmeralda will lead...
Me.
And Fialova.
Okay, so you two...
And Nymora's just still in the corner.
Yeah.
Laying there.
She's just like doing one of these, man. She has been. She hasn't moved. She hasn't
Proves
bruised.
that she's not breathing.
We all notice, but we're just kind of like busy with other stuff at this
It's one of those
point.
things like we're noticing, but we're not... Yeah, we don't want to bring it.
Also, like,
I have
she's
ideas.
not a loose cannon.
Okay.
Okay, two of you step out. There will be a conversation, and we'll do a swap season.
We're out. Okay. Can go find me now.
Let me get fully in character.
LARPing right here at its finest.
Okay, as we pick up this scene, they have vacated the wagon, and they are making their way towards the tower.
Sort of without skipping a beat, Rose will just activate his channel divinity again.
Sure.
The Twilight Sanctuary. So, I don't know if it matters for you, but Charmed or Frightened would disperse and just sort of
Probably helps a lot, actually.
10 hit points.
You see the tension that you didn't notice, like kind of like she just eases a little.
Rose, I'm sorry
For what?
for your fall.
That isn't how I wanted things to go, but at least we're alive.
That's true.
I'm going to examine Ben. Medicine
Sure.
check.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I'd like to look
I
for
would
any.
love your hands. Oh.
God, I'm still conscious in the
He's just a friend!
Just let it happen. It's okay.
18 looking for bites.
He has the one that he described.
And it's superficial. It's not like there's no like chunk of muscle missing.
Right.
But it looks like something tried to latch down and Ben managed to rip away.
And this got you there.
I am quick on my feet. It's a roll move. Wow.
I will say, I believe we're potentially headed towards a scenario in which everything we've tried to do, we fail at. Simply by trying to do them all at once.
I think you might be right about that. But we are on the cusp of retrieving one item here. And the final, the weapon, whatever that may be, I'm hoping it's a giant bomb. But I doubt that that's what it is. I have to be forthcoming. I'm at the end of my rope.
I can tell.
I'm not sure how much I have left. And he'll just kind of like rub his wrist for a second.
You notice the band is thinner, but there's now a new kind of like a shimmering purple band that mixes with all the red.
And I think there might be a solution. But I'll need your help to help me convince the others. And I think it's on the way. I'll consult with Casimir and Esmeralda. They know the lands better than we do, but there is a swamp. There is a creature not dissimilar to my grandmother, but far worse. But my threads are frayed. My control is vanishing.
And I think I'm trying to ascertain the extent to which everyone here's fate is intertwined with yours, and how it relates to Irina, and therefore to this land.
I did try to provoke Strahd for information. For things I could glean from fury and madness, and while there was anger there's a cold intelligence that is not easily beat. But there is a knot that is preventing him from getting what he wants. I think we're all intertwined. I think we were all brought here by something that knew we could change the skein of fate. As far as my control goes, I guess I'm not that worried about it as long as someone doesn't have my name, then I should be fine.
You remember the name.
But this creature, and I'm feared to say her name here, she is in this room. I think she holds the key to whatever binds us together, or at least, and there's something manic. Like he is like over processing.
Yeah.
There's something that's not quite as confident as Ben has been. It's an almost fear.
I would like to cast... Oh, actually, I can't. Never mind.
He thinks about it.
If you were to fall entirely, what would you presume the outcome of that to be?
There's only one way to find out. And you'll kind of watch him. He's probably taking his equipment off, and you'll kind of like see him look up and over to the very. You weren't aware of this. His rapier has changed, where there was like a huge foil hilt to it, and like a kind of a thick pommel, and now it looks like a very long needle. The hilt is gone. It's like more very like, precision based. We could try now, I guess.
Well, that's not what I want, but I can't say that I have any experience with Fae personally.
And he'll look over at Nymora and goes, well, someone does.
But it appears that transformations keep occurring.
It's nothing. And you'll kind of watch him like shake his arm out for a second, and it's like every joint all of a sudden in his arm becomes like double jointed. So it kind of like wiggles and then snaps back, and he's like, oh, that was new. Yes, transformations keep happening. I think it has something to do with whatever curse has been placed on me when I entered this land, or what was triggered by my grandmother, or...
I'd like to attempt to remove them, but I'm afraid that the others will simply drop dead as a result.
Then let's leave mine for now. At the very least, it gives me some capability to help solve problems. And to be perfectly frank, if I have to be left in this land so you can return, take that opportunity.
It's a lot to think about. At the beginning of this, I simply wanted to save everyone, but it's becoming apparent that might not be a possibility. And now it's a matter of who... I don't believe any of us need to be saved in order to heal this land, but does Irina? Does Ismark?
Ismark, I'm not. Celeste was foolish to go after somebody we didn't know was alive. That was a poor decision. Irina. He kept referring to her as Tatiana.
Does that mean anything to any of us?
I can't remember. I think that it was said somewhere along. I can't remember if it was above the table or below the table. I think it was.
Rudolph mentioned something about it.
Yeah.
But
That
there
was
was no like deep, like he didn't even really have the full scope
right.
of
The
detail.
name sounds familiar. Is what we'll go with.
Sure.
You
He mentioned it while he was ripping my throat out.
There is something.
The second. No, first time, not second.
which you don't remember.
It's almost like he has a madness of his own. And whatever this Tatiana is, who he sees in Irina, that might be the key.
Suppose we should ask the others, but I believe it's becoming a time where we have to decide if we want to save ourselves, if we want to sacrifice ourselves for the fate of this land. What is it? None of us chose to be here, but except for Avram and myself.
No, but I have a sneaking suspicion that our travel might get a bit easier. a silver tongue after all.
I was burned to death by a dragon today, so I'm not quite as optimistic. But I appreciate your optimism.
And you'll kind of watch the features extend again. Like whenever when he's particularly mischievous or he has a piece of information or something that's been done that he knows for certain, you kind of see that like fey stretch happen in his face. It's like a satisfaction. Like a really big shit-eating grin.
Or Crit Eating Grin.
Or a pretty, a really big crit eating.
Yep.
Crit. What does that mean?
What is a crit? So I'm a little guy.
All right. Well, Naimura, would you like me to try and remove your curse?
She's awake.
She's not going to react. She's going to remain motionless.
Well, I won't do it without consent, so.
That is very honorable of you.
Well,
What does this hanging globule of fire do? Smack.
Yes.
it solves all of our problems.
Oh no, we're back alive. Why?
Well, I believe in the morning a conversation should be had with everyone about
Better not in the woods. Perhaps.
But other than that, we have no choice but to carry on.
Hopefully in that direction.
Right.
Okay. You guys can leave and send them in, and we'll see what happens. And now we pick up outside the wagon. It's Esmeralda.
Did it blow up?
Feel Niley, you start trudging towards the tower, the rickety old tower.
Yeah.
You approach. You can see that there is a
Old
tower
Bond.
door.
Bond
It's
guy?
made of iron. There appears to be no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a very large embossed symbol that is connected to a series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door are the words Kazan.
Kazan.
Correct. Let's see if I got a picture of this symbol. Probably in the handouts.
Are there any major things we should be aware of, Esmeralda?
Okay, so every time I've been here, this has not been here, is what she'll say. So this is something a little bit newer.
I explained to Esmeralda that she has a D4 because of emboldening bond.
Every part about this land sucks.
Also, I don't remember what the fear point does, so I get disadvantage on wisdom save.
No, basically the fear point is the more you accumulate, the more you're going to start getting into like temporary and permanent madness. So
Yeah.
it's more or less just like you're okay at 1, you just kind of have to play
Sure.
a little, yep.
I do that well.
Let's find this here.
So the tower is on a what is almost like its own landmass, right?
Correct.
So
It's very soupy and swampy.
I want to see if I can walk to before the bridgeway, like closer towards the road, to see if like getting a wider point of view is better.
Okay.
I think Niley's a little dead a little bit just all around, like personality wise. And this just feels like another trick or something.
Okay.
Either that or she's rearing up. She's probably going to try to drop kick the door maybe if she can't figure it out with her super smart self.
Aha, there is a picture. Let me show it to you. There you go. Oh, if you can move all those pieces around, whatever you need to do. So that is what is on the door.
They look almost like characters, like...
Yeah, like stick figures.
Well, I was gonna say language.
Rune?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not that... I guess I got a good look before I started walking. But it doesn't look like a language to us.
Not one that you would be familiar with if it was.
I have Gif and Elvish.
I have Infernal and Elvish in common and Celestial. Oh, I'm gonna roll an intelligence check before actual Ellie starts trying to figure it out.
Sure.
Oh, is that cool if I do that?
I'm looking at
Oh, it's not great, but it's not terrible.
D4.
17 total.
And that is a straight up
Figure it out, like, can I use, I think my actual...
investigation or just a straight up intelligence?
I was gonna use straight up intelligence, but if it's investigation...
This appears to be some sort of trapped puzzle. I'll give you that. It was pretty good.
Trapped puzzle.
Correct.
Trapped puzzle. Okay, I'm gonna join. I figure she got that, like, epiphany, like, walking backwards, like, taking it all in. So I'm gonna go back up. It almost looks like, you know, like in the stars, how they would have, like, shapes and stuff.
Constellation.
Constellations, thank you.
Let me show you what the tower map looks like so we have a better view of the tower map.
Can you shut that or can I?
You can shut it, or you can move it if you want to see it.
Oh yeah, I would like to see it. Sorry.
And let's do. I guess everybody needs to have eyeballs.
That's just me.
It's okay.
But there's stuff.
Do we have?
Not glasses. Okay.
I'm gonna give you a picture here in just a second, promise.
No, it's okay.
Trying to get that label.
I really hope Esmeralda's...
Oh, you got the picture.
Yeah, we got both.
Good.
I scrolled it down.
Good.
Okay, so it looks like a trapped puzzle. So to annihilate that means if you do the puzzle wrong, something's gonna fuck you up.
That's very good with the
I'm bad at puzzles.
I'm going to say that Esmeralda, she'll go ahead and make a gesture. She rolls pretty good. She says again, this
blessed.
was...
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag that D4 right now.
What was it for? Okay.
Sick.
This was definitely not here the last time I was here, is what she says.
Does it resemble his handiwork? Is it something that he made?
This looks slightly foreign to something he would do.
Okay.
Somebody else is here.
So if you put a trap like this, there's something inside you don't want someone else to get.
Or someone.
Or someone.
Her history check and her hunting skills reveals that the name Kazan at the top of the door was also not there. But it does sound as if this was a person within the history, a wizard, like, and she does know a little bit of the history that she hears that.
Is that an epiphany? Is that her
I don't
epiphany?
know. Anyway, so she does know
Skype notifications.
that it was a wizard's tower. That's all she knows from.
Let's see if I knew anything about wizards.
You could try, but you literally don't know anything about the history of
Not
Barovia.
specifically.
Wizard's Tower?
Barovian.
You would know specifically that Wizard's Towers usually are like magically protected.
Are there any balconies or things like that, alternate entrances aside from doors, windows, I'm thinking?
There's a scaffolding on the left-hand side that kind of leads up to the second floor.
I don't need any scaffolding, but I can go up this wall and see what the F is in some windows.
Standing back. I think like right at the bridge, wherever that might be. I know. Just because like, so there's stuff around the side that's the scaffolding, right? So
Correct.
maybe someone trying to fix something.
Like it would have been under repair, correct?
Under repair.
It is very old and rickety looking.
Yeah, and it doesn't really seem like. And I think Niley's like talking out loud, just 'cause she's not the smart one. It has to be someone maybe if they are native to Barovia, not like the rest of Barovia. I don't really see that they would take into consideration fixing a wizard's tower, unless it was the actual wizard fixing his tower.
Probably.
She would say that Von Richten she would go ahead and confirm and say, just so we don't get on a tangent there, that he has been doing some
So he's using...
upgrade remodeling things. Because he kind of stumbled upon this tower himself and has kind of claimed it as his
I
own.
wish I could use my muscles to figure this out. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I can crawl up to the next floor and look peer in some windows if there's no magical coverings.
As you're gonna do that, I think I'm gonna go see if maybe there's a lever around the bridge area, or like how we get onto this little inlet, to see if maybe like you trigger the switch way before you even get to the tower, like a garage door.
Sure.
I don't know if that's gonna be useful, but
You can make a perception check if you wish to do that.
I will cautiously approach the, not up the stairs, but to the side.
Which side, left or right?
I want to stay visual. This is a wagon, right? So I'm going to go on that side.
At this point, depending on where that beginning is. But...
Okay, so you veer off to...
Over here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I got it.
Other way?
Did you want the other side?
Me? Yeah, over here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah. I'm going to walk up to the next level and see if there are any windows. I'm not trying to open it. I'm just trying to peer in to see if I can see anything. Or if it's cloaked or whatever.
Okay. As soon as you place your foot, I'm assuming you're gonna Spider-Man up, essentially. As soon as you do that, I need a dex saving throw.
My dice hate me today.
10 feet of you.
That is a natural 1.
Okay. You will hear as Esmeralda also attempts to try to help Fialova, kind of lunging to try to help. You will hear the sound of sizzling, and you turn around, there's a bright flash as the entire tower is like a giant superconductor of electric all the way up. You take 30 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Can't climb the tower.
As your hair is smoking, all of it.
I would like to go back. What I was about to do.
I would say that Esmeralda is grabbing a hold of you and pulling you quickly away from it.
I guess that's new to you, Ez. You would have warned us probably, right?
Yes, she is genuinely surprised.
I guess they're right here?
Yeah.
Maybe? When she pulls her away?
Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
Oh.
It is still arcing.
Just how...
The tower is illuminated in lightning.
Well, that's not good.
I'm going...
You pop in, have them come back in, because I'm sure they're going to hear all that.
Yeah.
As they... Oh, wait.
Okay, as you guys have concluded kind of having your intimate conversation, Naimura will completely wake up, and you hear... And the entire... It lights up like a transformer blowing, like an electrical transformer. And it's crackling energy. You quickly look out to see Esmeralda dragging a smoking Fialova away from a tower that has been just like a giant electric conductor.
I go sprinting over there.
I'm also running towards them.
Sure.
As I'm
And you did not find any type of trigger or lever or anything with your check.
as I'm falling and dragging back to the ground, I'm going to use cantrip thaumaturgy and just go use it for my voice and yell, "If there's anyone in that tower, we're here for help. Please help us." Just loudly yell that at the tower since we got their attention with, making it a superconductor.
I'll put a hand on you and you'll get 7 hit points back.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know. I went to check for a lever. There's a trap puzzle on the door. Fialova was going to climb up to see if there was a way in, potentially.
Or at least see if there's any action going on.
Anyone inside, and, well...
I would say that Avram and fucking Casimir are running up to catch up, what in the fucks? All of them. What in
all the fucks?
stuck on that, and I'll gesture towards the door illuminated in lightning.
It is completely arcing with lightning.
Like still like.
If
active,
you
or is it,
get
like,
close, you feel that you should keep your distance because your hair starts to do that. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Well,
And you're safely 10 feet away from it currently.
I will relay what I think I know about the door, and that it's a trapped puzzle. And to Niley, it looks like a language, maybe.
Does anybody have dispel magic?
Yeah.
Why, yes.
Because I would like to get near the door to say it at least.
No, but Casimir has detect magic, which I think we already know has magic.
I have dispel.
He has ice storm still.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
sorry, spell.
He also has counter
I'm
spell.
I'm getting pretty tapped if you have spell.
Okay, alright, hold on. Hang on, I might have a new trick. And I'm going to shake my hands and hold them over my eyes like this, and you'll watch as his hands kind of sprout to, we'll go with the whole butterfly motif. And he's gonna do this, and they look like giant light balls that when they like flutter, they're just kind of like eyes that are opening and closing. And I will use my Eldritch Invocation, Eyes of the Runekeeper, that allows me to read all language.
I would like to take this time since my eyes are open,
Mm-hmm.
and I've remembered certain key points about Ben, to fully check Ben over with my somewhat newly found knowledge.
Check me over about what?
I assume I see the altered appearance quite a lot, and
Sure.
the bracelet of
The bracelet is changed.
Look at the fucking wagon, guys.
brown chicken brown
You have to watch once it's edited to find out.
What appears in the door?
Symbols. It is not a language. It is literally
not a
just symbols.
Do the symbols say?
There is a word above the word that says Kazan.
Kazan?
Yeah, it is etched into the what it is.
Friend.
How do you spell that?
Say friend.
KHAZAN. In the lentil. It's
Oh
the
man,
lentil of the door.
noises.
Above the door.
Yep.
Should I dispel it?
I can at least,
That would be ideal.
I can at least get close to it if you just spell it. And the butterflies will go away.
So we can't touch it.
Did you guys get
lift
the?
his hand and
Wave it off.
Yeah.
There is no lightning.
I'm not touching that thing again.
Everybody stay here for like 2 seconds. Let me rogue my way rogue this. I told you needed a fucking rogue. I'll take
He
the
just
word,
did everything.
And I would like to investigate the door.
Sure.
To see if the trap is still active. And I will whisper Kazan at the door.
Okay.
Friend.
Get up close.
Say friend.
Kazan.
In Dwarvish.
what's Kazan?
Open Kazazami!
Mr. Kazan, we've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
Go ahead and give me an
His
investigation.
name is Rudolph, I think.
What you got there, Rogue?
10.
No door handle, no key lock. There is a knocker. There is that symbol.
Oh, there's a knocker this whole time?
Yeah, don't touch it. You can't touch the tower.
There is. There's a pretty good chance there's more things that could happen.
So, do you relay?
When I say Kazan, does anything
Nothing happens. Nice try.
What phrase or what language is Kazan?
Yeah, what language is that in?
You should send it to us.
Common.
It's in common.
Yeah.
So it's a name.
Very much.
Should we call
Yeah. Do you relay that it's not like words?
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
roots.
yeah. Everything I'm saying is like, there might be something else here, but I can't quite make
Can I
out
make connections that
everything.
it's actually stick people?
Yeah.
It does
in
look
the,
like
in the
that.
description, it literally says 8 stick figures that are set
Stick
around.
figures, and it looks like constellations. So like you follow them, right? So that one's first. That one's second.
There's 2 starts.
Hold on, sorry.
Oh, wait. How do we know which one's first?
Because you read like this. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth.
Do all those
And it
things.
almost looks like a star. What?
Yeah, no, do all those things.
What?
Okay,
I
I'll
need
do the order of the. How can I go?
YMCA.
Wait, let's figure this.
So, huh?
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Huh?
So are we dancing now?
Walk
That
like
is
an
what they're
Egyptian.
doing.
And
Nothing.
Go from the other way. Go from the other way. Start with that one.
yeah, I'll do it the other
Start
way.
this way?
Yep.
So like this, and then like straight across, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this,
Ez, have you ever
and then like
been to
that,
this building before?
and then like that.
This was not
and then
here
like that.
before, she said.
Oh, this was not
Nothing
here.
happens. She specifically says she has been inside this building before,
But that was never there.
but that was specifically not there.
Maybe we all have to do it.
I would like
Maybe we have to do it all at the same time.
after they've
Maybe.
done their little dance.
We're doing it.
Open
We're doing it the other way.
with the
knocker?
mage hand, yes.
Okay.
Pull on that and see if
Okay.
that opens it after they've done their dance.
Okay. As you do that, the knocker you'll be able to manipulate the knocker.
We're here to see the wizard.
Nope.
So, do we just suck at dancing, or
I'm a fantastic dancer.
That could not possibly be the
So-
case.
can we make performance checks for it?
You're pretty certain you don't have to dance.
Just
Okay.
dance.
It's not dance.
It's interpretive dance.
Maybe we can move with it.
Does it rotate? Can I
This is going to be a weird question.
mage hand?
Can I go to?
The mage hand won't turn it. It doesn't rotate.
This is a circular tower, correct?
Yeah.
That's what we determined.
It's like an octagonal, hexagonal. I think it's 8 sides.
Can I
Octagonal.
go to that point of the tower and see if
Oh,
there's anything there? Like, if this is the tower, can I go to
You can.
one of those points?
You can?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you walk to where one of the
Northwest.
points would be, and basically, let's say, which side do you want to pick? The left or right?
Left.
Okay. So you walk around the left. You can see kind of rickety old scaffolds that have been kind of. They're holding together. They lead all the way up to it is the second floor, I believe, and no further, as if there was some repair that was taking place. So the third floor. So there was some repair and things being done or taking place. There is nothing that would trigger any type of crazy signals
so
or
it's
anything
not
like
a
that.
dance, but they are figures.
I would like to take a walk around the tower.
Sure. Going left or right.
I'll probably. He went to the left. I'll go to the right.
So you walk around, you will see no scaffolding, and you will see the tower. There are some openings higher up and things. It needs to be repaired because it's very old. You walk all the way around, you meet with Ben, you'll see the scaffolding. There's nothing that would stand
To
out.
do it differently.
Would you now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of trying in the two places we started, I'd like to start at the 12 o'clock
Sure.
and work my way around to the 12 o'clock.
Sure.
I do that.
You dance.
Yes.
And nothing happens.
Right.
You're getting better at that, though.
Thanks, guys. That's how we're going to be Strahd.
Can we climb up the scaffolding? And is there a window?
It looks as if you could navigate the scaffolding, and there are multiple windows that the scaffolding would lead to.
I'm rather agile. I can. Oh, my accent is back.
I'm literally cooking on the ground.
It's just the two of us over here. Be like, I had a stunning revelation,
He's just dancing.
Nebuchadnezzar.
You'll watch him walk up for a second.
Oh, that's cute.
Like, kind of similar to what.
Where is this taking place? Where is this conversation taking place?
Behind the building.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at the scaffolding.
Sure,
Mhm,
yeah.
yep.
Have you ever considered being a bard?
And honestly, one time, but then I just realized I couldn't play instruments.
When you say that, he just starts climbing the scaffolding.
Perfect.
Okay. Give me a
Like,
dexterity.
no
Give me a dexterity
response to
saving
you,
throw.
No anything. He just starts climbing up the
Give me a
scaffolding.
dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
I'm about to be re-traumatized.
24.
You're gonna take 11 points of lightning damage as the tower once again,
I told you.
and it's like.
Okay, guys.
The dispel magic just dispelled the lightning, not the actual door. Maybe dispel the door.
As you fall smoking, I will like tap you on the shoulder, help you up.
Let me put this flame out here.
Worst sister ever.
Trying.
Sure, go ahead.
Trying what?
Going up the scaffolding.
What?
Well,
He's had electroshock therapy, everyone.
a weird. So set
Insight
your.
check.
I would also like to ask Casimir any suggestions as I've been dancing for 3 minutes.
24.
He starts counting the people. If we trigger it so many times, one of us is bound to get in.
Or cast dispel the door again?
Okay, when you do it, it goes away.
The lightning or the door?
The lightning.
The door.
Door's still
Door
there.
was magic.
So on our side of the tower, I would be like, I remembered your true name while I was in my not sleeping trance.
Oh.
And once I said it, I was like, hey, do you want to go up? And you just like monkeyed your way up there.
What was your insight?
24.
You get a genuine feeling he literally knows nothing. Like, it's the most genuine he's been, knows nothing of what you just explained. Fair?
Yeah.
There you go.
Why am I smoking and feeling tingly?
So
I feel kind of good.
I didn't think that was how hagged bargains work.
What?
What are you talking about?
8 of us.
You and
At
your
least.
name, your true name.
Everyone.
It
does
seems-
a second.
Well, it seems like it utterly controlled you.
Didn't it have to
Just
bring
now.
8 people here
But
every
you have no
time?
memory of it.
There's no way.
Maybe he only puts this up.
How
He could dispel his own magic.
Don't make me dance. Don't make me dance.
We just stand there in one position.
This is it.
Position on
Do
G.
you
Ready to
have
go
a dagger
2, 3.
or something?
Do I have a dagger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is my only other thought.
I'm going to
It's the
say,
dance everyone does.
Nebuchadnezzar, take out your dagger and carve a star into your arm.
Can't do it.
Damn.
Why would you ask me to carve a star in my arm?
So you remember that part.
Well, you were asking me to hurt myself.
Okay.
Can dance tryouts over on our side.
So it's
It's already been
rotten.
Really, no one is making you dance.
Nebuchadnezzar, use the dagger to draw a
literally
star
no.
in the dirt.
Yeah, they'll do it.
We need all of us to do it. That is my only other
So you kind
plan.
of blink back and you're... Do you
Yeah.
see that? Yeah? Mm-hmm. I wasn't there a minute ago. You did that. After I uttered your true name.
Well, I was busy looking at the tower, so it's entirely possible that you...
I'd like to take this time to run around to find her because I
should
Ivy thinks she's smart.
Plugs.
Alright.
Because I think that's a weakness. But anyways, that's not a normal hag thing, right? You can make bargains by calling upon them, but not control them.
Absolutely, but I do have a leash.
Well, why would I hold your leash?
Well, I told you my name, and we made a bargain.
We're still dancing.
Yep.
Trying to get everyone to dance.
I don't think I remember the bargain.
Yeah.
So we've tried 12 o'clock dancing. What was the other position we tried?
I would have tried like the 12, 1, 2, I would have gone through
Okay.
until we went back to the 12 and then realized nothing's fucking working.
When you get to
Shit.
Great.
the 11 o'clock position,
Please.
so go to the 11 o'clock position.
At this point,
And you mimic everything in a complete clockwise circle. Then there is a shimmer of magic.
Hit
The
the start
door
button.
will swing open.
Yep, over and over and over and that again.
We would have tried it on the back at this point.
finally got it. You do it 11
Oh,
times.
write down all the ways that you did it, all in order. Oh my god. We're gonna get locked inside this tower. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, the door's open.
It swings open. It's very dark in there.
I would like,
There is the sounds of movement inside the door. As you start to approach it, you think twice.
I would like to
pull my sword out.
dancing lights
Rudolph?
in the tower.
I cast light on the end of my sword.
So the dancing lights enter the tower.
Or-
You want to do lights on the end of your sword?
I don't really want
Can't
to.
you see in magical darkness?
I have dark vision. Does that count?
No.
Yeah, dark vision would work too. Yes.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
So kind of.
I share 300 feet of dark vision with 4 people around me.
There you go.
Thank you.
So everybody will be able to see these kind of large, clay-like, kind of lumbering around inside the doorway.
Shut the door.
Oh, great. How?
Door.
How? Do you want to reach up and shut the door?
No, don't touch the door.
Dance like he's never fucking danced before.
How do you dance?
Want a composition to go around?
Give me a performance check.
You're just like
You can
fucking
advantage. You can have advantage and guidance for sure.
Dance like you've never danced before.
just angrily dancing.
So that's
Rage dancing.
21 performance.
As they kind of turn and look, you start, in the reverse order, the door will and close. Starting from, what was it, the 1 o'clock position, going counterclockwise. Yeah, it'll close.
Nyla, you're the most powerful person I can.
Oh my goodness.
Now there's the sound of against the door.
Well,
There's always the scaffolding.
Yeah, I'm gonna scuttle up the scaffolding. Have you tried the scaffolding?
again?
I'm not. What do you mean again?
Did the magic out when I shut the door?
No, you've by unlocking it the proper way.
Disengage the lightning.
You disengage the lightning.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I've
So
got
like a
this.
Strahd has
How-
this
oh,
specific
Ben.
thing on his front.
Never mind. I also don't have any hunches. I can go with you. I can walk up this building with you.
This is my dragon
like-
dance.
Rickety scaffolding, right? Like you gotta climb up it, or is it like stairs?
No, it's rickety scaffolding, and it's like really, really rickety. It's been there for years.
I'll scuttle up the scaffolding and look for the nearest opening.
All right, give me an athletics and/or acrobatics.
Does it seem like those things can break down this door?
With enough time, possibly.
Well, I'd like to man right outside the door and just ready everything, really.
Okay, let me get everybody's token over here real quick so we can kind of like get some
30,
positions. I already have.
See this tower again?
We think
Rudolph's.
there's a wizard book also, maybe potentially in here, or a wizard or a book or
Oh, for Casimir?
no.
Upgrade his spell list?
Yeah, honestly.
Or his
No,
umbrella?
it's in one of the cards.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All the proper tokens. Okay, so Ben takes the scaffold.
If I live, I'm going to become an interpretive dancer after this.
Yes. What do you mean become? You're already right.
I mean, already.
I mean,
Raymore, you were on the
charisma-based
left
class,
side.
You're totally fucking shit.
I thought actually about it because you get jack of all trades and it bumps your stats, but then I was like,
What you got?
Really good.
Oh yeah, so you begin to make your way up. You get all the way to the second floor. The key cool thing about that is when you get to the second floor, that is when the lower section is going to like collapse. So there's a gap. Like you're safe from where you are, but you're like
Of the scaffolding?
yeah.
Oh,
You're
okay.
like teetering on a few timbers that are supporting your current section, but like this previous section below you would have collapsed.
Okay, great.
So now you're like way up there. Well, I don't know, 20 feet up there. Their access is limited.
wait, some of us can fly.
Some of us can climb.
Well, I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
to climb,
I only get once though.
Is so by a window?
there is a window. They're arrow slits. My apologies. They're small, narrow arrow slits.
So I can't get inside.
I mean, if you were super tiny, maybe
Like, are we
and then-
talking like arrow slits like this?
like 6 inch by, was it 3 feet by 6 or something like
Okay.
that? Yeah.
6 inches.
And
You
then
cannot get us through.
you
a
also
6 foot wide
notice that
window.
there are stone griffins that are on the perch instead of gargoyles. So around there, if you look at the map, you should be able to see there are some stone griffin statues.
Okay. Oh, where are you?
Oh, hang on.
Ignore me.
You're blind apparently because
Like lighting.
the stupid dynamic lighting. Gotta be cool.
See when we open the door?
2.
There's gotta be a way to shut
Started
this
dancing immediately.
What,
I
the
don't
dynamic
know.
lighting?
off. No, shut off the golems.
I was gonna say I can turn.
Maybe
Yeah,
they just
reach into their body and
us.
pull their gems out.
I guess I gotta get mad enough.
There you go. All these squares.
Oh,
you can-
these are the griffins.
yes, correct.
Do they appear to be looking at me?
I mean, they're stone. Take it for what it's worth. There's another ladder that leads up to the third floor.
I'm gonna go just as quietly as I can.
There's no scaffolding.
Do
on
we
the
hear
other side?
him?
I have good passive perception. Do I hear him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I will activate my wings.
They flare out.
I'm not gonna touch the tower until I see somebody else touching the tower that is safe.
Yeah, and I'm
I'd say like Niley probably already touched the tower.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
if she
that
walked
door
up
started-
close enough, it would have triggered it. You're fairly certain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the wall, closest wall to me, and be like,
Nothing happens.
Okay, and then
Everyone go to that side with Ben. I keep getting my shit rocked.
I'm not gonna go up to the side with Ben. I'm gonna go do my original plan of going straight up, but next to the front, and
Sure.
see if there's a window or something to peek into.
There are no windows, only arrow slits.
Only okay. And the arrow slit, is there any kind of what do I see inside the arrow slit?
The first set will be on the second floor that Ben is at, and it's literally just a large gaping hole in the center of the floor that looks like it has collapsed or rotted away, and it is empty.
I'm gonna go head up to the third floor.
And the third floor will reveal the same.
Walking up.
Walks, man.
Yeah.
She's a wall walker.
Oh, I feel like you
Wait,
didn't see it when we
just
ran
wait.
the one hacked place, but I got a little traumatized.
We
by
all
it.
got deaded, so
Yeah.
Same thing, third floor. Another hole that's rotted away in the floor.
I'm just gonna go on up. Keep on walking up, up, up. See what I see.
Okay, and there will be one final floor. The final floor reveals, as you climb up it, that there is a sleeping quarters or chambers there.
Only arrow
Writing
slits
desks.
again? Are these windows?
Oh, there is. My apologies. In the front, there is a window, and a window to
Looks like there are
all
windows.
directions. Yep.
I'm gonna go walk around to the back or to the front. Yeah, sorry, over here.
Yep.
And look down at Niley and say, "There's a window up here. Looks like there's a bed and shit." I'm looking in there to see if there's any signs of life or recent life.
It is completely dark inside of there.
To bang the hole in the door and be like, knock it off.
I do an
Give me an intimidation.
perception or investigation to look for like signs of recent.
Golems.
Investigation. It's quiet.
That's a 22
It's
though.
a 3.
It's quiet.
Wait, door's still. Wait, no, I don't have bless. You walk slow down. Me.
I rolled a
doesn't
3,
typically
so yeah, it looks like it's.
Looks safe. Looks good. No sign of
So
anything.
that is at the end of our rope. She's trying anything.
Do you have mage hand?
When she
Call that
walked
up
by,
to you.
when she walked by the griffins, did the griffins
Nothing
do
happened.
anything? Cool. I'm gonna go to the next ladder.
Sure. This one feels a little bit more secure.
Okay, and I'm gonna go up to the third floor.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly up with you.
Me? Okay. If you,
So
there's a wind. Look, there's
He's
people.
gonna go sit on the front of the wagon while you guys got this.
Be very careful what you touch on that wagon.
So flying up.
I don't need to get blown up from this.
Well, knowing Nymora's luck, that would.
And then Ben goes to the third floor, in which there is a gashed opening into there. You can walk into the third floor.
I'll test it with my foot first, seeing the giant fucking hole in the.
It feels sturdy enough to
Does
hold
it
your weight.
like electrify you immediately and sizzle your entire brain?
I'll take a step in.
Okay, you do. You see, and like you could look down this hole cautiously, and you can see the evidence of the kind of shadowy golems that were down there that like
Step toward.
got intimidated. You can see that there is
So you know the one thing constructs respond to is intimidation.
there's a hatch,
Brain like
Okay.
I believe, leading up to the fourth and final floor. So there will be essentially like an attic hatch, like.
Is there
Little
any
kids that go
indication as to what's through the floor?
They're like, fuck, mom's.
It looks like more time.
stone.
Oh, it's just like
It's just
the
erosion.
Center.
Right.
When I look down into, I don't really want to hop down. Is there anything in this room?
It's completely vacant.
Is there a room below?
Next room below, completely vacant. There's nothing in these
Okay.
at all.
I'll pull the hatch down.
Okay. You guys are at the window.
Mm-hmm.
You hear as the ladder comes
You-
down.
When he walks in,
Guys.
like,
Immediately just sprays your shit.
Two bang bullets just straight to the
Okay. You go up into the fourth floor. What is everybody on the ground wishing to do?
The golems are quiet.
Yeah, you intimidate the shit out of them with a 22.
okay, alright.
Well,
I'm clapping at Niley's intimidation.
she's riding a high she hasn't felt since like she was 10.
I want to go down to this first floor room and I want to see what's in there.
Just made him shut up. What are you talking about?
So inside this room, I'll give you a quick description as everybody, the three of you are now able to see it, is pretty much.
And I'll walk over. Does the window
Break the
open?
window.
Yes.
They do.
No, I just
I
gotta
want to say
wait.
they're stained glass windows and open.
Shut the door.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and open up the windows. And be like,
That-
would you guys like to come in?
Or I mean, we could just let them have their
Vampire.
shenanigans for a minute, and
I don't know. If they can
From-
see my reception. I can see my reception.
I've got 4 bars.
Is Ez for all the down in the castle?
4 god bars.
Yes,
Abram or did
they're all down there.
It's 5D.
that
5
goblin
columns.
thing?
I think I need to switch to
So
12.
what if we switch the dimensions of the goblins to the outside and we go to the inside?
By all means, is what everyone's gonna say.
We'd have to learn about.
So jumping back to the 4th floor, basically, unlike the levels below, there is definitely signs of habitation here, or previous habitation. Although the place reeks of like mold and mildew, there's plenty of creature comforts that are here. There's a cozy bed, a desk with a matching chair, bright tapestries, and large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Let's see. Light enters in through the arrow slits as well as through.
At nighttime?
Yes, it would, like moonlight and things.
Oh, got it,
So
got
it's
it.
not super cloudy.
Through the stained glass windows, which you've now opened one. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor. There's a wooden chest, and old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower. Roof, they seem to be a little bit more fragile now that the tower has been shocked twice with electric.
we about to
Take a
knock
look
this whole
around,
mother-ass
Ben.
tower down.
Detect.
See if you can.
Oh,
Mounted
Detect
the
magic.
rafters are pulleys around which an iron chain hangs and support the tower's elevator platform.
We could
There's an elevator?
Apparently, it was not a pull string; it was an elevator. My bad. I'm a terrible DM. We all know that. That's why I only have 169 subscribers. So anyway.
Wow, you really internalized that.
I'm not. I don't want to unpack that right now.
When the DM needs their
Scary
secret
little
players.
Bitch, you sit here, we're all
So
gonna
it is an elevator.
Back to Strahd's castle, and we see a
Sitting at the table. Just do my best. This is what I get. So it's an elevator. Retconning, it is an elevator. This guy needs help. So that's how you would
Taking a
have.
fun sword.
That's how you would have put it there.
I'm gonna do detect magic in this room.
Great, and I think that's where we're gonna conclude this episode. So please, emotions, give us subscriptions.
Anything helps.
Tune in.
Accents and
Follow.
eggs. Save a channel playing D&D.
Crit Eating Grin. I need your 5 cents for the subscriptions.
If we reach 500 subscribers, we will send Eric to therapy.
For those of you who have subscribed, I think my sanity thanks you for that. I want to thank everyone for playing today and for watching. Please keep grinning. Send your 5 cents.
But not like sanity wise.